our distinguished speakers for their invaluable insights, and to each one of you for being part of this journey. May this seminar ignite new collaborations, inspire groundbreaking research, and most importantly, a sense of purpose in how we shape the future with AI. I always wonder, did we really progress starting from the Stone Age, then Iron Age, then Petrol Age, then Cyber or AI Age? Let the conversation begin, let the ideas flow, and let us together script a new chapter in the story of intelligent innovation. Intelligence to artificial intelligence. Let us shape the intelligence, not be shaped by the intelligence. Thank you. Now I request our head of the department, Professor Abhijit Mustafid, to say a few words.
Respected Dr. Panigrahi, Professor Meher, KK Sanapati, coordinator of this AICT Vani workshop that we are doing in VIT Mesra. I think this is the second edition that we are doing this. AICT has this very strong mandate of promoting technical education to the grassroots level. And a part of that mandate, Vani is actually one of the mechanisms and means through which this kind of an initiative is being driven. The fact that technical education need not be only be confined to the realms of English is something that has been a very strong part of the technical culture of this of the country. And I'm sure that this particular edition that we are organizing in BIT Mesra Department of Computer Science, in a small way, will contribute to this national mission. The theme of this particular conference, obviously, I'm not conversant with the language of Odia, but I can speak a little bit about artificial intelligence. The theme of this particular workshop is on artificial intelligence. And it needs no second saying that artificial intelligence has become probably the most significant innovation in the field of computing over the last 5-10 years. It was always present. If you go back to the early works, even in the 1950s, there was a lot of significant work that was being done. But by the 1990s, 2000, early 2000s, and then later on by 2010, 2012, we had the kind of hardware support that was required to drive these innovations. So while the theoretical paradigms were already in place and a lot of the potential was known early on, it was only when the hardware support came along and people could actually realize this potential that AI has really taken off. And today, if you see the number of different verticals where AI is playing a role, you'll be surprised by the number of verticals that we are not even aware of. We all know of so many different verticals where AI is playing a role. But there are numerous other verticals where AI is playing significant roles and we are not even aware of it. Those who are aware of how AI has gone, you would have heard of concepts like agentic AI, which has come along in the last 2-3 years. And now there is a possibility that you can actually leave processes. I'm not talking of processes inside a computer, but I'm talking of business processes and real life processes. We can even leave processes to an AI-driven robot who can take intelligent decisions as to how this process is to be manipulated and how this process is to be organized so that the end profit is maximized. That profit can be anything. So basically, the dream that we had that there would possibly be a substitute for human beings is being chased very competently by researchers all across the universe. And there is this possibility that maybe in 10, 20 years' time, we'll probably have something that is as close as possible to the human brain. We'll never have anything that is going to equate the human brain. That is never going to happen. But we'll have as close a possibility in 10 to 12 years' time. That is what I perceive. Obviously, there are downsides of leaving everything to AI, and we are aware of the downsides also. But I don't believe that this is the platform where we should be talking about the downsides. AI has driven a lot of things in the recent past, and I'm sure that it is here to stay. So this workshop will probably do its best in the language of Odia and in the language of English, obviously, to explore the possibilities that AI brings to the table and promote its importance to the grassroots levels. So with these words, I thank Dr. Senapati for organizing this. The department is always very encouraging of initiatives like this, technical initiatives, workshops, and I'm sure that we'll have many other such opportunities in the near future. Thank you.
So thank you, Professor Mustafi, for your valuable words. Now, here we are with our guest of honor, Professor Meher, who is a professor of the System Science and Informatics Unit at Indian Statistical Institute, Bangalore Center. He received his MSc Electronics degree and PhD from National Institute of Technology, Raulkela in 1997 and 2003. He worked as a senior research scientist at research and development units of various industries in India for about 3 years. He was awarded many times for his excellent contribution to various critical projects. He worked as a postdoctoral fellow and visiting assistant professor at Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata in 2005 to 2006 and 2009 to 2010. He received the Sir J.C. Bose Memorial Award from the Institute of Electronics and Telecommunication in 2003 and Odisha Young Scientist Award for Electronic Science and Technology Research in 2003. He has been a senior member of IEEE and a fellow of IETE since 2011 and 2023, respectively. His research interest includes image processing and analysis, remote sensing imagery, pattern recognition, granular computing, domain adaptation, and adversarial machine learning. He has contributed about 120 research articles to well known and prestigious archival journals, internationally referred conferences, and two edited monograph volumes. And Dr. Professor Meher also having two granted patents. Please welcome him for his valuable words.
Uh, Good morning, everyone. Dignitaries on the dais and of the dais, my dear friend and colleagues. Thank you, Dr. Sanapati, for your kind and warm welcome and addressings. So, this is my second incoming. I think this is the second program on this stream, and last time also I was here. This time also I am here, and you know. I don't know, many of you don't know, my PhD thesis Viva happened in this institute, in this electronics and computer science department. So I came to this institute first time in 2003. Professor G. Sahu, I think your former colleagues, so he conducted that Viva. But all of you are Odia or most of you are Odia? Because there is sorry? I know that's all are Indian because this is very much specific to Odisha language and all the things. That's why I just asked. Okay, oh, okay. So basically, I have a different kind of inclination towards, coming to Odisha. You don't believe me, although I stationed at Bangalore. I don't miss any opportunities coming to Odisha. Almost once in a month, I used to come. Various official trips, giving talks, this and that. If then nothing works, I come alone and just have a round and go. So this is the kind of attachments I have. As basically, I belongs to. My hometown is Rourkela, but my native is Bargad districts. So we all are giving very much priority to this local languages, and this is very unique schemes which AICT has come up with that one. The main problem, why government is trying to do is that, to my understanding, is to promote the local languages. We are not questioning that English is bad or good or something like that. Yes, English is good because that is the mode of communication universally. But at the same time, our language is also not bad. How many characters are there in English? 26 characters. But in Odisha, but in Odia, I think in Hindi also, we have, I think, 52 characters. Out of that, 11 are vowels and 41 are consonants. So which is a rich language? Try to understand. 26 or 52. But the problem is that with our, I'm talking about the Odisha people, it's our problem. As a Odia, I don't talk in Odia with a Odia person because I stay in Bangalore, right? So I have that very unfortunate situations I faced many times. As a Odia, if I want to talk in Odia with the Odia people, they don't prefer me or they don't encourage me to continue that one. They switch over to Hindi and English. So it gives a pain actually. I'm not talking about Odia. I'm talking in any languages and all the things. It's our mother tongue, right? So I don't know how to deal with this kind of situation, but government has initiated this kind of things in a 22 regional languages. These programs will be conducting, and how much it will be successful, that's a different thing. But it's an attempt to make it successful, and this is nothing but the you should or we should respect our mother tongues. Today morning, I was telling my Guru Bhai Sitansu. He's my Guru Bhai. Yesterday till 1 o'clock, I was listening pravachan. So one speaker was telling like that. फिल्म का हीरोइन, लेट मी स्पीक इन लिटिल इन हिंदी और समथिंग. फिल्म का एक हीरोइन है जो बहुत ही सुंदर हो सकती है, बट मेरी माँ से सुंदर नहीं हो सकती, ज्यादा सुंदर नहीं हो सकती. So this is the kind of feel we should have, and we should respect and try to promote the regional languages. There is one poet, I think, in Odia who belongs to my community actually. One stanza I would like to share with you. There are two different songs it was taken. First thing is that ଉଚ୍ଚ ହେବା ପାଇଁ କର ଯେବେ ଆଶା ଉଚ୍ଚ କର ଆଗ ନିଜ ମାତୃଭାଷା. And the another one, ମାତୃଭୂମି ମାତୃଭାଷାରେ ମମତା ଯାହା ହୃଦୟ ଜମିନି ତାକୁ ଯଦି ଜ୍ଞାନୀ ଗଣରେ ଗଣିବ ଅଜ୍ଞାନ ରହିବେ କାହିଁ. I don't know those who are not belonging to Odisha how they are following that one. The meaning is that if we don't know how to promote our mother tongue, mother languages, then we'll be nowhere. Our origins will be spoiled, destroyed. I remember when I shifted from 10th class to 12th class, I studied in a regional language, Odia. Up to 10th class, everything was Odia. The moment I went to 10 plus 2, everything was in English. From the beginning, almost 6 to 8 months, I was completely, um, um, out of my own control. I mean, I was not understanding anything. Everything was going in the air. So where is the problem? Is it the problem of the English or is it the problem of the Odia? I think most of you who have studied in Odia and jumping from 10th to 11th facing the similar problem. So it took me 1 year to listen and understand what that lectures was happening on that kind of thing. So I don't blame this either Odia or English. Yes, we need to have a transition from this thing, but the transition was so sudden, so quick. The moment you are going to the 10th class, 10 plus 1, everything was in English. And the terminology, whatever we are using in our class 10 or everything was in Odia. So we have never seen that English terminology up to 10th class. The next day, I'm listening the English terminology. How do I understand? So the problem is that that transition should be smooth one, not this drastic one. So I believe that if that things happens, then people started loving the regional languages and all the things. And there is nothing to blame the other languages like English and all the things, because this is the mode of communications most of the people in the world they prefer. It's if you go to the European country, you go to the Russia and all the things, they promote their own languages. Our Russian President Putin, he never talks in English. I think you all know that. That doesn't mean that he doesn't know English. Yes, he knows the English. So these are the scenarios which I just wanted to convey with my fellow colleagues and all the things. And coming to this theme of these things, artificial intelligence and its dimensions, it's a very broad topic, and we'll basically talk on these things during my talk. And mostly today I'll cover the topic something like how to explain AI. When you are taking a decisions, how do you give a reason to the decisions? Something like that. If I'm telling, have you taken breakfast today? So you will say yes or no. Now, what is the reason behind telling yes and what is the reason behind telling no? If we don't know that one, then the output, whatever you are going to give yes or no, may be interpreted in a wrong way. So my topic of discussion today is on that things, and I'll just try to make it more smoother way to convey the message and all the things. I hope you all will enjoy. And with this, I'll just stop my introductory things. Thank you very much, Dr. Sinavati, and thank you all of you to come here. And I wish a success for the next 2 days. There will be several Odia people are coming. Unfortunately, I am leaving today. I may not meet all the people, but anyway, you just enjoy and have take the message out of these things. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. In the second half, 2:30 onwards, in the seminar hall 2, we have a talk of our scientist, Dr. Panigrahi, at 2:30 onwards. Although I have arranged and requested Professor Mayer's talk, but he is in a hurry. Another assignment he has to go. Otherwise, the universal language and universal transaction dollar and English we have in the second half. In the first half, it is only for that Odia people. Now, I have here with our chief guest, Dr. Narayan Panigrahi, who is an outstanding scientist of category H, has received his PhD from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, and MTech Computer Science and Data Processing from IIT Kharagpur, and Computer Science from JK Institute of Applied Physics and Technology, University of Allahabad, in the year 2012, 99 and 91 respectively. He is the recipient of Governor's Gold Medal and best graduate of Berhampur University, Odisha, in the year 1987. He has authored 95 research papers in peer-reviewed journals and conferences. He is the inventor of 7 Indian patents and has authored 15 books and 1 book chapter in the field of Geographical Information Science and Systems. The book entitled Geographical Information Science, Computations in GIS and Brain-Computer Interface, Design Principles and Autonomous System, UAV, UGV, UWV are some of his noteworthy academic work used in the academic curriculum worldwide. Couple of his research publication is adjunct for Best Research Award by INRIA France and IEEE Computer Society. He is awarded with National Science Day Medallion in the year 2008. Some significant recognitions and awards received by Dr. Narayan are DRDO Award for Performance Excellence in 2009, DRDO Technology Award in 2005, 2012, and 2019, National Geospatial Award for Excellence in 2019, by Indian Society of Remote Sensing, National Award for Excellence in Self-Reliance in the year 2019, National Gematics Award for Excellence in year 2023. At present, he is pursuing his research in the Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics, a defense research and development organization laboratory in Bangalore, India. He lead a team of scientists to design and develop GIS indigenously, which has resulted in transfer of technology to Indian industry, integrating the system with various indigenously developed technologies. His research interest includes GI science and system, digital image processing, and design and development of robust computational methods in spatio-temporal data visualization analysis. He is a keynote speaker in many national and international conferences. He is a fellow of IETE and life member of CSI, Computer Society of India, and Indian Society of Remote Sensing, and an honorary fellow of Center of Excellence in Project Management. Please welcome him to say a few words.
पुरस्कारं तिरस्कारं केशवं प्रतिगच्छति आकाशं पतितं तोयं यथा गच्छति केसरा. He spoke. Thank you, Professor Senapati, for reading my biodata. All these things because somebody pushed me to pond. I learned swimming. And God pushed me to sea. I am swimming. Bhavasagar ଧାରଣା ହେବା ପାଇଁ ଯେହେତୁ ଏଥିରେ ଓଡ଼ିଆର ଇଏ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ଦିନେ ଡିଫେନ୍ସରେ ବହୁତ ଜିନିଷ କିଣିବାକୁ ପଡ଼େ ଆଗେ ଭାରତ ପ୍ରତିରକ୍ଷା ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ କିଣିବାକୁ ପଡ଼େ ଆଉ ଆମେ ହେଲୁ କ୍ରେତା ଆମେରିକା ଫ୍ରାନ୍ସ ଜର୍ମାନୀ ହେଲେ ବିକ୍ରେତା so they were in a powerful position. And I was in a meeting like this in Delhi, New Delhi, and some big officers of Air Force, Army, Navy, only Army and Air Force were there. And those were there. And I opposed to one of their key ideas. Told, no, it cannot happen. It's a deal of something around 100 crores. I am a junior scientist. My boss was a Tamil gentleman, a teaching scientist. He felt very offended that I am total against of the rest of the people. Total against of the rest of the people. So he told in huff, if you feel so great, write a book, but don't argue here. I felt extremely bad that day. And he left the meeting, waiting for me in the guest house, giving me some sweets and all things afterwards. And I also didn't spoke to him. We returned back to Bengaluru. I wrote 500 pages on my subject and put it to him within next 1.5 months. Now, DRDO boy likhyar ye nahi. You cannot write a book. You cannot reveal whatever you are doing. Then he thought, what he done? He couldn't believe after 1 month, I'm putting some 500 pages on the subject. He told something is wrong. He told what I can do. He told he put a committee to review the manuscript. That committee took a lot of time. All were, I mean, आजिकल जो माने गोरा माने कहते सब ठीक होतला. आमे कहले ठीक होबनी. So से committee गोटे बड़ वैज्ञानिक लिखले जे सेटा एटा लिखियो किंतु यारु 200 पेज से लिखि पारिबोनी. He cannot write this 200 pages, 300 pages he can. से भितरे एते समय तक रिव्यू कले से भितरे मो बॉस डायरेक्टर जनरल लेगले दिल्ली रे आ से सो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रे गोटे साइंटिफिक डॉक्यूमेंटेशन सेंटर अछि सेथरे से बॉस हे गले मते आउथरे गोटे थरो स्पेशल दिल्ली आउथरे डाकले सब दिन जाउतली गोटे मीटिंग हला चा पिले कहले ए बहीटा लिखा तुमको 2 लाख टंका देव, 2 lakh rupees will give you, you write the book. सब कहले हम चाफा पीलु द जूनियर मोस्ट 3-4 जन डायरेक्टर थिले आ तुम एटा फॉर्म फिलअप करियो, यू विल गेट ए लैपटॉप. आई वाज एक्सट्रीमली एक्साइटेड टू गेट ए लैपटॉप. आई नेवर हैड ए लैपटॉप. So I came out. One of the director told, why you're being here, you go somewhere else. I went to Department of Science and Technology. They gave me 5 lakh rupees. So I obviously didn't took that 2 lakh rupees. 5 ଲକ୍ଷ ଟଙ୍କା ଦେଲେ, ମୁଁ ସେତେବେଳେ ବହି ଲେଖିଦେଇଥିଲି କେମିତି ଖର୍ଚ୍ଚ କରିବି. ମୁଁ ଯାଇକିରି ବଜାରରେ ପଚାରିଲି ସବୁଠୁ ବେଶୀ ଦାମର ଲ୍ୟାପଟପ୍ କୋଉଟା, which is the costliest laptop I purchased, which is the costliest printer I purchased. Sabu hiyachi, I have done drawings, everything, all thing fine. They told you go to somewhere Hyderabad University Press. There is a gentleman who will write a book. He told, okay, your organization is reviewed. Fine, so what? That elderly gentleman was waiting for me. He told, look, where you are sitting was Kalam was sitting with his manuscript. This is the book written by Kalam. And this is the book written by another great gentleman in India. So your book will come, but how do I say it is authentic? Will it give me revenue or not? So wait. So he put it to things. Now, how do I spend that 5 lakh rupees was the biggest thing. I was trying to maximize how to spend 5 lakh rupees within reasonable things. लैपटॉप एक ही खरीद सकता हूँ, 2 नहीं खरीद सकता हूँ. प्रिंटर एक खरीद लिया, पेपर खरीद लिया, but 5 lakh rupees was big money. Then I wrote a book in Hindi. Then when I started writing in Hindi, I thought I'll give some money to some Hindi person and he will translate and write a good book in Hindi for me. So job is done. I gave somebody some 30,000 rupees out of them, 1 gold medalist to type them. I gave my book. This is the thing. And in the meantime, the book went for its review to US and even to IIT Bombay. Later on, I got to know. Then what happened? Very interestingly, I wrote he gave the manuscript, the translator. It was so bad. Undulation map. It is known as relief map in English. उसने लिखा है राहत मानचित्र. उच्चावन मानचित्र होना चाहिए. Similarly, map projection. Similarly, so most of the scientific words was conveying at least very differently. I found what a bad translation and what is understanding. Therefore, the translation is not a easy job. And machine translation is definitely not a easy job. Whatever Google Transport. Yeah. So I started writing on my own. I wrote the complete book in Hindi. That time my boss was there. I wrote a book in Hindi. He told, so it. Very great. He put it, I got an award. So 50,000 rupees I got. I was very happy. He told, what's so great? You have not written in your mother tongue, mother language. Then I thought, yeah, that is true. By the time that book has done so good that America adopted that book at 99.95 cents. Bata rate. जोटा 350 टंका 450 टंका इंडिया रही थिला सेटा बहुत बढ़िया हला सेटा को 99.95 cents डॉलर रे सेटा फर्स्ट टाइम ए इंडियन साइंटिफिक बुक adopted for foreign year. Most of the time I mean Tenenbaum, Peterson, OS, all the books written in by Americans for $500, $200 we purchased for EEE Eastern Economy Edition, read as poor hungry countries for 500 rupees. सब जगह हमें सेटा पढ़ुचे एटा किंतु उल्टा हला. So it became 99.95 cents dollar रे बिका हला. I was extremely excited. मु ताकू ओडिया लिखे आरंभ कली. भावन्तु आपण geographical information science, then remote sensing and photogrammetry and cartography. They are very contemporary sciences. They are not neurosciences. Writing them in Odia and in Hindi. Hindi and Odia अपना मातृभाषा है, परंतु the current science, to express the current science, it is not enough because the vocab is not expanded. Why only English fits? Why not Odia? ଆପଣ ଭୌଗୋଳିକ ସୂଚନା ବିଜ୍ଞାନର ମାନେ ଓଡ଼ିଆର GIS କ'ଣ କରିବେ? ଫଟୋଗ୍ରାମେଟ୍ରିର ଓଡ଼ିଆ କ'ଣ କହିବେ? ରିମୋଟ୍ ସେନ୍ସିଂର ଓଡ଼ିଆ କ'ଣ କହିବେ? I started writing. Then I found that how much I have got cut off staying in other state from Odia. Writing सुदूर संवेदन, भौगोलिक सूचना विज्ञान तथा फोटोमापन प्रणाली रो परिचय ओडिया रे लिखिवा आरंभ कली तार उच्चावन है. So I wrote about 120 pages purely in Odia, and therefore I made a Odia book which brought me here in front of you, because this why it has happened, everything is predestined. From 40 years back myself, I have appeared the entrance exam of this institute and I failed to qualify. So Mr. Raji, I had a very great dream. I thought I'll come to this institute. I didn't got selected. Gone. Then kya karu? Then I had to pursue something else. I thought it is a great year kind of thing. And I found that it's a fantastic great thing. And life brought me here back. So is the thing. And therefore, sometimes languages earn you money also. I have earned money. I mean, sometimes you say, why I should pursue writing in Hindi, writing in Odia, writing in some other, it earns money. Second thing, very interestingly, when I was listening first to your Sakala Prarthana, I hope everybody understands Odia. The Prarthana is about Saraswati, Medha Devi. There is a very nice saying about this Medha Suktam in Veda. Yasandasa Vrishabho Vishwarupaha Chandabhyo Dhamata Samabhava Saumendro Medaya Spranatu Amrutasya Devadharano Briyasam Sariram me Vicharsanam Jivva me Madhimattama Karnabhyam Purivishubam Brahman Kososi Medaya Pihitam Shutam me Gopaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. It says, it asks Medha Devi. Medha Devi is the presiding deity of Medha. Medha is partially, your mind is Medha, is partially solid, partial fluid, partial in a, that's in a chala achala. Chala achala. There is something permanent which you inherit, something fluid, something. And it start consolidating from the day you are originated in the mother's womb. Why mother tongue? Why not father tongue? There is a great amount of debate. Why mother tongue? Because your learning starts from your mother womb. Now they are saying, so all the ladies, when they conceive, they started listening to Veda, Gita and something else. But when you are taking birth, you start crying. Mother gives milk. Each time you cry, mother gives milk. Somebody uses mother. This is known as unsupervised learning in artificial intelligence. So your unsupervised learning of everything starts with mother. If any problem, she slaps, you understand this is the wrong thing. Okay. Therefore, that unsupervised learning, which has translated to deep learning and now super learning, it starts from mom. And mommy, mom is a very derogatory word. If somebody, the gentle ladies are there, if your kids ask you, say mommy, say stop. Mummy is, you know what is mummy. In Greece and Russia is dead. Mummy ho jata hai. So no mom, no mummy, ma. So mother tongue is extremely important in that sense. Therefore, the mother tongue, not father's tongue, because your tacit learning unsupervised till you are under a supervised, A for apple, B for ball comes. That is a supervised learning with your teacher in the nursery, or I'm the janinu. School re path padlu, teacher bhi amu maruthi logically sukornaanthi. So that supervised learning in school starts. Your unsupervised learning is with your mother. So you get used to that. Therefore, the language that you have is deeply ingrained. Now, as Dr. Professor Saroj has told, we had the problem that I studied in total Odia school and switched to English school at 11th. All in English, physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology. Then I used to see the convent educated girls. I thought I had a total inferiority complex in talking to them also, you know. They are pretty what English they are speaking. And I'm gone. And they are writing in the answer page note after note with additional thing, and I am able to barely finish my original paper. I was in deep trouble. I thought I'm gone, fail. So that, but the mathematics and he was originally was there. So a inbuilt translator got in. I used to think in Odia, write in English. Think in Odia. Right. So the compiler and translator and the parser in your brain and computing science, all three start working. So, and all of a sudden I went to Allahabad one fine 1st January, and there वहाँ पे पक्का typical हिंदी में बात करते हैं. And I was not knowing, and I was in a hostel, a top class hostel where ragging was a mandatory thing, and पक्का हिंदी में ही होता था. They ragged me so much, I learned Hindi within no time, you know. And I wrote, that's why I thought I'll one day write a book in Hindi. And I was not able to really afford a book during my college days. I used to write note. Somebody used to go for tuition, I'll put their physics. I wrote so much that मेरा जो पांडुलिपियां हैं हिंदी अंग्रेजी ये अभी भी मैं हाथ में लिखता हूँ. Later on I put it to compute. So I started writing, and that made me to give me some good money. So if somebody says language doesn't give you money, I don't believe in that. And I wrote that same, one of my book is written now in Kannada. So I put it in Hindi, Kannada, English, and Odia. Then when my book became in US and other things, in rest of the world, then they told me to write another book. And they gave me free money. I wrote a book on computing in GIS. That book is doing very well. So whatever little bit mathematics I was knowing, I put that into it. And surely so that I'll get some more earning other than that. Then that computing in GIS is now highest recordings. I found some young British ladies and all think they write me, sir, can I quote this particular chapter in my thesis, or from some MIT, some researcher says this is a very good thing. Can I put that? So I found that it is pretty encouraging that yes, I was being flawed for my English. My English is not that good. And neither I was good at Odia also. I got barely 59 marks in Odia and 60 marks is first class. So maths helped me. Okay. Therefore, I thought I'll write in English. But that British must read my English. Let them criticize my bad English. But they go through editing. And as my journey started in DRDO, and as they say, I am mostly into designing a weapon system and communication system for killing masses. That is my profession. Okay, how to kill more people in less time. And that has to be precise. That has to be precise. You have to look at them. And that is to be precise. Now precision warfare came. And that has to be autonomous. Not Abhinandan should fall in Pakistan to create a chaos. So the warfare has undergone a tremendous change. And there is a gentleman right now also, he's in touch with me. Arugya Swami Paul Raj. In India, he has got equivalent to 2 Nobel Prizes. Not much people has congratulated him. AT&T Bell Lab Award and Marconi Award. $2 million rupees award. He's about 81, 82. He was in Stanford. He is the person in 1986. He was in Indian Navy. He is a commodore in Indian Navy, a brigadier rank. He thought one day that we are in LRD making radars. He thought one day that he will formulate a lab known as Center of Artificial Intelligence and Robotics, mostly to make robot. So people must have laughed and joked him, but somehow he then Rajaramana told, yes, you can formulate a lab. Okay, he formulated a lab. Then they found the winter of AI was there. They told, no, it's all about writing papers. Nobody believes on things. So he was discouraged. He left to Bell. He established Bell R&D lab. Then he went to CDEC. He formulated CDEC language lab. Then he got so, yeah, he went to Stanford as a professor and head of the department, electrical engineering department. He left India. Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan, Commodore Paul Raj. $2 million, $4 million almost. How many? Some 4 crores. He got about not many. So I wrote to him. He's in touch with me because he reviewed my computing book. He told what you are doing in India. And that too a lab which I formulated 26, 27 years back. You come. He came, Bangalore, he generally comes. He is senior IEEE gentleman. So he saw some of, I thought some of my work, which I mentioned in that book in Computing in GIS. He told, why you wrote these chapters? What made you? I told, sir, I thought I'll just write for the sake of it because in the internet age, sustaining a book and making for 100 citation is extremely a difficult task. That too in India, we don't appreciate each other's work kind of thing also. We don't collaborate. ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ତ ଟିକେ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଦିଗ୍ଗଜ ବୈଜ୍ଞାନିକ ମାନେ ମୁଁ ସେଥିରେ ଗୋଟେ ଲେଖିଥିଲି computational geometry and non-Euclidean geometry. ଆପଣମାନେ କେତେ ଜଣ ମାନେ କହିବି sum of 3 angles of a triangle is greater than 180 degree. How many of you will agree with me? Please raise your hand those who agree with me. Lost. Means N0 lost. Parallel lines can intersect. How many will agree with me? Please think it over. Non-parallel lines may not intersect. Anybody agreeing with me? କରୁଛନ୍ତି ହଁ ନା ନାହିଁ ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ଜଣେ ତ କଲେ ମୁଁ ବହିଟା ଗୋଟେ ହେଲେ ବିକା ହେଇପାରିବ all that I told is true, so you all should lift your hand. Parallel lines do intersect when they pass through multipode. A perfect example is the meridians which are parallel at equator meet at pole. Fine. How many of you agree with me now that parallel lines do intersect? Only one still. None of madams are agreeing with me at all. After I give an example, shall I give another example? That parallel lines do intersect when they passes through manifold. Sum of 3 angles of a triangle may not be equal to 100 degree. Only if the triangle falls on a plane is equal to 108 degree. It is ingrained into a plane that is 108 degree. It can be greater than 108 degree when you do it in a sphere at the equatorial level, less than 100 degree when it is concave non-planar geometry at the pole. So, two lines AB, CD don't intersect. They are not parallel. Do they intersect? Necessary condition, they should fall on same plane. So many of the geometric aberrations I will tell right now, which you will definitely not agree even if I give you 10 examples. So please agree with all the 3 things right now. Okay, I can tell you 10 such examples. Then hyperbolic geometry, Lorentz contraction, mass expansion, dilation, Minkowski geometry, Hamiltonian geometry, geometry of Newtonian and geometry are altogether non-Euclidean in nature. Non-Euclidean geometry is not taught to us. That being used in space and time manifests different things. I wrote that. সেটা ମୁଁ କେମିତି ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ଲେଖିବି ଭାବୁଛି ମୁଁ କିନ୍ତୁ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଲେଖି ମୋତେ ପୁରା ପିଟି ଦେବେ ସାର୍ ମାନେ ହିଁ ମୋତେ ଅଧା କହିଦେବେ ଯେ ଟିକିଏ ଗଲା ଢିଲା ହେଇଗଲା ବୋଲି କହିଦେବେ। ସୋ ଦେୟାର ଫୋର୍ writing the things in English, Hindi, Kannada, and writing the things in mother tongue give you a total different perspective. It makes you to think those part of your brain get we have to the power 18 a great network of 2 to the power 18 neurons in our brain, irrespective of our conditions. Highly networked or not networked is in question, whether all networked or not in question. But we use hardly 10% being in education. 10% of our brain we are using. Some part of our telencephalon rights dormant forever. Life रे केबे होनी. ଆମର କେତେ जो ଚଳ ଅଚଳ ପାର୍ଟ ବ୍ରେନ୍ ର ସେଟା ଜମା ୟୁଜ୍ ହିଁ ହଉନି, ବିକଜ ଦ ନ୍ୟୁରୋ ସିଗ୍ନାଲ ଡଜଣ୍ଟ ରିଚ୍ ଦେयर, ବିକଜ वी डोंट कम अक्रॉस such situations. Like if you only put that question, can sum of three angles of a triangle is greater than 100 degrees, then only you'll think. Then your normal neural network doesn't work. It has to work in a non-Euclidean way. Those the how do we activate those part of the brain is lies in the thing of your mother tongue. So when you think of science and technology and the contemporary, and you think it in your mother tongue and write in your mother tongue, then you'll find that you need to invent new terminologies. ନୂଆ ଶବ୍ଦର ଆପଣ ଇନଭେଣ୍ଟ କରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ. Then only our language will further proceed. Otherwise, India has 512 plus languages regionally and all things. Some of the languages are dying, like Tulu, a language in Karnataka, some part. Some dialects are dying because mother is exercising. She gave a kid and taught, but the kid went to all the, she tried from Jharkhand, Odisha, study, went to Bangalore for the whole life is go to Bangalore and do a IT job. From there he gets married, he goes to America. After that, language is dead. Okay, he'll speak in mom's language, not in mother's language. So with natural language processing coming, India is one of the best rewarder because NLP takes into account most of this language diversity and makes machine translation and the new generation say natural language processing, computing language processing only. It's not natural language. Name has been given natural language processing, but it's computing language processing is emerging. Therefore, when we do multitasking with different languages, thinking on the same subject, it gives a different perspective of thinking. If you don't do that, we remain with sum of three angles of a triangle is equal to 108 degree alone. We don't think indifferently. Therefore, Russians are so, yeah, because they speak in Russian, they write in Russian, the Kolmogorov and most of the original mathematicians which are there, even they come in US, they do a pioneer contribution in maths or physics and all things. It's because they think and live and write in the mother tongue. So, mother tongue, like Amaro Udia, बहुत बढ़िया, ଓଡ଼ିଆ ବହୁତ ବଢ଼ିଆ. ଆଉ ଆମେ ସେଥିରେ ଆମେ ଲେଖିପାରିବା, ସେଥିରୁ ଆମେ ପଇସା ବି ମିଳିପାରିବ ପ୍ରୋଫେସନାଲ ଲାଇଫରେ. ଆଣ୍ଡ ସେଥିଲାଗି ଆମେ ଯେଉଁ ବି ବିଜ୍ଞାନ କରୁଛେ, ଯଦି ସେଟାକୁ ଆମେ ଆମ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ଭାବିବା ଆଉ ଲେଖିବାକୁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବା, କାହିଁକି ନା ମୁଁ ଚାହିଁଲି ମୋ ବହିଟାକୁ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ଲେଖିବାକୁ, ଆଇ ଟୁ କମ୍ ଟୁ ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର, ପିପଲ୍ ଆର୍ ନଟ୍ ଏବୁଲ୍ ଟୁ ଟାଇପ୍ ଇନ୍ ଓଡ଼ିଆ, ପିପଲ୍ ଆର୍ ନଟ୍ ଏବୁଲ୍ ଟୁ ରାଇଟ୍ ଇନ୍ ଓଡ଼ିଆ, and there are a lot of things. That's why it's a sign of decaying. Sir କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ କିଏ କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା ହେବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁନାହାନ୍ତି, because you feel pride in speaking in English. So it's a sign of dying. It takes a long time for a system to die. କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମର ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ଏତେ ସମୃଦ୍ଧି ସାହିତ୍ୟ ଅଛି, ଗୀତ ଅଛି, ସବୁ ଅଛି. ଆପଣମାନେ ସେଟା ଜାଣିବେ only when you are away from ଓଡ଼ିଶା. ଗୋଟେ ଦିନ ସକାଳୁ जगन्नाथ भिकारी बड़ंकर जगन्नाथ भजन शुणिबे तापर लाग्यो अरे 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 केते the mind takes you. So it attracts most of your non-active part of your brain to think when it is in mother tongue in Odia. धन्यवाद देवी मु के सेनापति सार को आउ सर मते एठी डाकिया पई सार तो मते ई करचंती मु आज आपन संगे ओडिया रे किछि मोर मतामत रखि पारली I am extremely thankful to interact with such an beautiful and eloquent audience. Thank you very much for your patient listening.
Thank you, sir. Now I have been pumped and I am more interested to listen from him AI in defense research at 2:30 p.m. at Seminar Hall 2, where his language will be in English, not a mixture of English and Odia and Hindi, Kannada. So many languages he have been written books. Now I request my co-convener, Dr. Shubhendu Kanungo, to give vote of thanks. After that, we will have Rashtragram, then a group photograph, then followed by high tea. Then we will gather here for Dr. Panigrahi's talk in AI in GIS. And as I already told you that we have a talk of this eminent scientist AI in defense research and the collaborations at Seminar Hall 2 at 2:30 p.m. for the department. So now I request Dr. Kanungo to give vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Senapati. यही उद्घाटन अधिवेशन पई जो स्मरणीय अधिवेशन पई मते धन्यवाद प्रस्ताव रखिया पई कि यही दायित्व निर्वहन करिया पई सुजोग पई निजको मु गौरवान्वित मन करूची. Good morning to everyone. As we conclude this inauguration session, I stand before you with immense gratitude and optimism. Today marks not just the beginning of a seminar, but the opening of a dialogue, one that promises to inspire, challenge, and transform. We are deeply honored by the presence of our esteemed guests, speakers, HOD, dignitaries who have graced this occasion with their wisdom and encouragement. Your words have set the tone for what we hope will be a meaningful and impactful journey over the course of this seminar. To conduct any event require a lot of pre-processing and post-processing works. Starting from the month of January, we had applied for the workshop through DRI and Registrar Office. We thank them to provide us with the necessary documents required to apply for this event. In the month of April, first round scrutiny, and finally in the month of June, we had received the sanction letter to conduct the event. Finalizing speakers and their accommodation, travel, fooding, etc. They also are supported by the Transport Department as well as the Estate Department. We also thank to the department HOD for his continuous mentorship and guidance for this event. Not only HOD, the entire CSE office staff, starting from preparation of banner and brochure, proofreading and final printing, all works completed with their timely support. We also thank to the electricity, network team, and all essential departments, those who help directly or indirectly for smooth conduction of this event. Also, we thank Photography Society and Media Cell for their support. Last but not least, to all the participants, scholars, faculties of my department and other departments, Odia community, and professionals gathered here, thank you for your enthusiasm and commitment. Your presence reflects the shared passion we hold for learning, collaboration, and progress. A special thanks to the organizing team whose tireless efforts behind the scenes have made this event possible. From logistics to communication, your dedication is the backbone of this seminar. As we move forward into the technical sessions and discussion side, let us carry with us the spirit of inquiry and openness that today's inaugural session has ignited. May this seminar be a platform not only for knowledge exchange, but also for building lasting connections and sparking new ideas. With that, I wish for the great success of this seminar. Thank you. Best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
Since our head of the department has gone for his class because our academic calendar classes are going on. So now I request Professor Sandeep Datta to come here and felicitate our chief guest and guest of honor by a memento. Now we'll stand for our Rashtragan. Then after that, we have a group photograph and followed by high tea. Then again, we'll gather here after the high tea around 11:30 for Dr. Panigrahi's talk.
Chal Yamuna Ganga Chala Jaladhitaranga Tava Shubha Name Jage Tava Shubha Ashish Mange Gahi Tava Jaya Gatha Jana Gana Mangala Jaya He Bhavata Bhatya Vivata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He